The other day our Omlet Auto coupe door came in the mail. We're going to do a little bit of an unboxing video. I haven't really seen many on YouTube, so I figured I'd do one and show everybody what was in the box, and later I'll set it up and show everybody how it works. Let's see what's in the box. Alright, it comes packaged really nice. Everything's in there nice and secure, so it shouldn't get beat up in shipping. There's you a nice instruction booklet. It also says YouTube, how to install your Omlet door. So the YouTube videos from them showing you how to install it, which is nice. I'll probably check those out. Alright, here is the control center. Make all your settings, and it's the light sensor there on it. Your bag of hardware, your mounting pieces, some zip ties. Here's looks like the drive gear for the door, some screws. Piece here that goes somewhere. I'm sure it tells me in the instructions. Well, there's two of those. And I believe the rest of it is completely assembled. And it's the door and the frame. With the wiring already attached here. Appears like it's going to be a pretty easy installation, but we shall see. And put this to use. This is the thing I kind of splurged and got for myself, because every once in a while it'd be nice to sleep in and not have that panic when you wake up and the sun's already up and you're like, oh no, the chicken. You got to run out there and they're really angry, clucking at you. Rooster's ready to attack. But this is going to be a nice investment, I believe. So we'll see how it works. Alright, what I did was went ahead and moved the ramp out of the way. Just ran into that. Went ahead and moved the ramp out of the way so I could put this up. I had to put in another board here to fill in this gap, and the door will screw right to this frame that's already here, and the cord here will run outside where it'll be able to sense the light. It's a little bit modified from the way that they say to install it, but it's pretty good. There's very minimal you had to do to install it. If you take the door off, like when you first get it, you can just pick this up and move it. There's a panel inside there where you have to put a gear. I mean, it's really simple. You put in a gear and a gear keeper that holds the gear in, and then you flip it over and you put in these two pieces. There's one at the top and one at the bottom. You put the screws in it and that holds the door on. And we'll get it going here, see how it works. Alright, really easy, just 4 screws to attach it. I got it on there really well. I'm going to run this cord outside to where the sensor can be in the sun. And I don't know if I'm going to attach it to the outside of this run or if I'm going to put a stake in the ground and attach it on that. I haven't quite figured that part out yet. Another thing about installing this, a simple thing that I thought about, there's a safety bar right here so that your chickens don't get closed in the door if it's closing at night. Say one of the chickens is right here and the door closes and they push against this little bar, it'll automatically kick the door back open. So you got to make sure you have, I believe this is a 1/2 inch space for this bar to move. I went ahead and I just modified the way the ramp was attached a little bit so it works with the door. They can make that little hop to get up in there. So far I'm pretty happy with this thing. If it is durable and it lasts a decent amount of time, then I'll tell you, it is really gonna make it a lot easier keeping chickens. Yeah, I've decided I think I'm going to put a stake in the ground right here with the mounting bracket on it so that the sun in the evening, it'll see when that goes down, not when, you know, if you put it somewhere where just on the side here, maybe that's in the shade a little bit too much. I'll put it out here away from the edge a little bit so it'll know when the sun goes down, not when there's just a lot of shade. Alright, I've got my mounting bracket on. Next step is to hook up the electronics. My cord I ran out here. Inside it's labeled. There's a spot because you can get a light, a heater, some sort of additional 12-volt adapter for this. This thing will all control. But we just have the door and this labeled door right on there. Alright, once I figured out I was trying to put the screws in the wrong side, it went pretty easy. Had to open the cover, which helps keep the controls all covered and everything. There's a rubber gasket in between, keep it protected from the weather and everything else. It says once you have everything connected, you press and hold the OK button, and then the door will calibrate itself to know what is open and what is closed. So let's give this a go here. It's going closed. And it's going back open. It moves nice and slow. I mean, not super slow, but with that safety bar. So if anything is in there, any of the chickens are closed in, will be good. And it still says it's calibrating. Alright, it's closed right now. You get the instructions, which most men will never open. Usually I don't, but when it comes to electronics, I'm not the best. So we'll go to the book. I want to set it to open and close with the sun, so we will go to that section. The instructions are pretty good. They're written in multiple languages. I believe this thing must be sold worldwide because there are many languages. And if you watch the YouTube videos, there's no speaking. They're just very descriptive about what they're doing. Real slow, showing you the pieces and about assembly and everything like that. Alright. Here we go. Flight mode. Alright, well, it's all set up to close tonight when it gets down to 25% light. Whatever that means on here, that's what I'm saying. It's going to take a little trial and error. But it was factory set at 27%, and I dropped it down to 25%. So we shall see what happens with that. Alright, after doing the install on this thing, I'd say very easy to install. Pretty much I think anybody could do it with just basic tools. You really only need a screwdriver and a drill. It comes with even the zip ties you need. It took me less than half an hour. That's even with going in and out of the barn, cutting a couple extra pieces of wood I needed, shooing turkeys out from under my feet, chickens, and Dixie, she loves being on the camera. She's a good turkey. But I'd say that so far I'm pretty happy with this thing. We'll see what happens tonight. The first time it's supposed to close, and we'll come out and check on the birds and make sure they're all right, and we'll see how it goes. But so far I'm very happy with it. The quality seems good. The instructions are very thorough, easy to understand, and pretty good I'd say. Yeah, I realized I said something wrong. It's programmed to open at 25% light. Like in the morning when there's 25% light, the sun's coming up, that's when it's going to open. It'll close at 6% light when it's just about completely dark. So that's why I was a little confused when I said that, but I think I figured it out.